Shanti. Good morning, everyone. So, let us sit in silence for a minute. Let us invoke Baba, the Murlidhar Baba, whose Murli often helps us understand our powerful areas, understand Him better, understand the drama better, which gives us a sense of direction of our life. So, let us invoke Baba to bestow His treasures once again on this beautiful day. Okay. So, today we will be reading the Murli of uh, second. Yeah, today we'll be reading the Murli of 7th of December 1983. And today's Murli is special. Why? Because today's Murli is based on Murli itself. So there are very few Murlis which are completely dedicated on the importance of Murli. And this importance of Murli is being told by the orator or by the author or by the Murlidhar himself. So what is the importance of Murli? It's best to hear from Baba himself. So while we listen today's Murli, let us see ourselves how much importance do we give Murli on a daily basis. And the versions which Baba is mentioning today, are we really enjoying the Murli that way how Baba wants us to? It may happen that we might not be enjoying that way, we might enjoy in some other way, but that's okay. But let us listen to Baba in the spirit of how he wants us to take the spirit of Murli. Again, while visualizing, not only in the morning Vect Murli Club, you can even visualize the daily Sakar Murlis which we hear, maybe at our local centers or maybe at wherever we listen the daily Murlis. So it's a wonderful Murli. It's a short Murli we will be completing today itself. So the main part of the Murli is, of course, on the Murli itself, followed by Baba meeting two groups, and then followed by two question and answers. Somebody asked Baba question and Baba answering them. So it's a beautiful short Murli, and let's start it. Let's unveil what Baba is really wanting us to focus on. So today is 14th April 25, and we'll be reading the Murli of 7th December 83, the basis of attaining an elevated status in Murli. Today, the Murlidhar father is looking at his children who love the Murli. So we all know the background of flute, how in the bhakti, in the Shastras also, it has been told when Krishna plays Murli, all the gopis would come running after it. So of course that is not the physical flute, it is this Murli. So Baba tells the Murlidhar father is looking at his children who love the Murli to see how much they love the Murlidhar father and how much they love the Murli. You are so intoxicated by the Murli, you forget all consciousness of your body as you listen to the bodiless Father. Indeed, as we listen Murli, you all must have observed, of course, even myself, I observe as well, that sometimes Baba flows us into the story in such a way that we really forget what are we in the present birth, what position we are, what we have to do. He takes us to that roller coaster ride of we being Devta, we being Pujari, and we being at Paramdham, at home, and so many things he does that indeed, if we are completely in focus of that Murli, we really forget all the consciousness of our body as we listen to the bodiless Father. Then Baba says, you don't have the slightest consciousness of bodily beings. You become so intoxicated in this way and dance in happiness. You consider yourselves to be so multi-million times fortunate to be personally in front of the Father, the bestower of fortune, that you stay in spiritual intoxication. As you become intoxicated with this spiritual intoxication and the intoxication of the Murli, of the Murlidhar, you experience yourselves to be to be flying beyond your body and this earth. So, what is the result of the intoxication? This spiritual intoxication helps us experience ourselves to be flying beyond your body and this earth. With the music of the Murli, that is, with the secrets and the music of the Murli, you continue to have many experiences with the Father, the Murlidhar. So, what kind of experience do we have with him? Sometimes you go to the incorporeal world, sometimes the subtle region, and sometimes to your kingdom. So, all the three worlds Baba is covered: incorporeal, subtle, and our kingdom. Sometimes you become a light and might house and give rays of happiness and peace to the souls of the peaceless and unhappy world. You travel through the three worlds every day. With whom? With the Murlidhar Father. Hearing the Murli, you swing in the swings of supersenses joy. As soon as you receive the medicine of imperishable blessings from the music of the Murlidhar's music, Murli, you become healthy in body and mind. So let's keep account of what metaphors Baba is giving to the Murli. Yeah, he's already given so many earlier. This paragraph he's mentioning it as medicine of imperishable blessings from the music of the Murlidhar's Murli. You become healthy in body and mind. You become intoxicated and an emperor who is free from worry. Isn't it? You become emperor and free of worry with that intoxication. You become the emperor of the land, free from sorrow with a right to self sovereignty. Baba was seeing the children who love to listen to the Murli in the right way like this. So, see, if you are experiencing these joys, of course, we all do. It is just the intensity. So, what all did he mention? If we quickly can summarize what Baba wants us. Okay, so basically, first he tells that we forget the body consciousness and we fly with Baba in that consciousness. Then he tells that we consider ourselves to be multi-million times fortunate. Then he says that we experience flying beyond the body and this earth. Hmm? Then we experience the incorporeal world, subtle world, and the kingdom. Then he tells we experience we give the rays of happiness to the peaceless souls of the unhappy world. Then he tells we receive the medicines of imperishable blessings. We become emperor who is free from worry, emperor of the land free from sorrow, and a right to self sovereignty. So these are the ways Baba is mentioning we experience as we listen to the Murli. So Baba says, from the same Murli, some become kings and others become subjects, Praja, because success is achieved by applying yourselves with the right method. The more you listen to the Murli in the right way, the more you become an embodiment of success. Very important. So Baba is now giving us the area of focus, that how much right way, the way he mentioned just, are we listening to the Murli? The more we are in that right method, the more we gain the success. So now Baba is categorizing the children in three categories. Let us listen. First are those who listen to the Murli in the right way. That is, those who merge it in themselves. So what is the right way to listen the Murli? Merging it in ourselves. Second are those who listen to the Murli as a discipline and merge some of the Murli in themselves. And speak about some of the Murli. Don't ever ask about the third type. Hmm? So first all, Baba has defined the third type we can ourselves understand that probably they are either not listening to Murli or maybe the mind is somewhere else where we don't grasp the Murli at all. Anyways, so Baba tells those who listen and merge the Murli in themselves in an accurate way become the form of it. Their every action is a form of the Murli. Ask yourselves, what number are you in? The first number of or the second number? To have regard for the Murlidhar father means to have regard for every version of the Murli. How beautiful. So Baba is telling the more we have regard for every version of Murli, we have it for the father also. Each version is the basis of earning an income for 2500 years. It is the basis of an income of multi-millions. In this respect, if you miss one blessing, you miss out on an income of multi-millions. One blessing makes you into a mine of treasures. Those who listen to every word in the Murli in the right way and understand the philosophy of the account of success attained through it attain an elevated status. Just as the philosophy of karma is deep, in the same way, philosophy of listening to and merging the Murli in yourself in the right way is extremely elevated. So we all try to debug or decode the karmic philosophy. Which type of karma will yield us which results? Probably we also focus on each of our actions because we know the repercussions of those. So Baba tells, same way is our attention for the Murli, how we listen to it and how we attain things from it. So that is Baba telling, if we do that in the right way, it is extremely elevated. The Murli is the breath of Brahmin life. If there is no breath, there is no life. You souls have this experience. Do you not? Check yourself every day as to whether you listened to the Murli, giving it that importance and in the right way. This discipline at Amrit Vela easily and automatically makes you into an embodiment of success. In your every action, you new ones have come. Have you not? Therefore, Bapdada is telling all of you who have come last this way to go fast. This way you will go last. You can gallop this way and make up for any missed time. So some might have got the thought of they coming last or probably coming for the first time in to listen Baba's Murli. So how about the previous ones? And Baba is telling that if we gallop this way, we can even go the last. So just like we are listening to all the Murlis daily in the morning, just to gallop, if any important statement, if we have missed, let us try to imbibe those. So this is also a way for us to go faster. So what Baba says, you can gallop this way and make up for any missed time. Baba that tells you the different methods so that no child has any complaints, such as why did we come late or why were we called late. You can still move forward. However, move forward in an elevated way and claim a high number. There won't be any complaints left, will there? Baba is showing you the refined way. You have come at the time when everything is ready made. You have come when it is the time to eat the butter that has been churned. You are already free from that type of hard work. Now simply eat it and digest it. It is easy, is it not? Acha. So Baptata is giving Yatpyar. Baptata tells to those who are complete and perfect in doing everything in the right way and who thereby attain all success. To those who forget the consciousness of their bodies on hearing the Murlidhar's Murli, to those who swing in the swings of happiness, to the intoxicated yogis who remain intoxicated in their spiritual intoxication, to those who have regard for the Murlidhar and the Murli, to such master Murlidhars, to the children who became the form of the Murli and the Murlidhar, to all Babdada's corporeal and angelic children, Babdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. We children also offer love, remembrance, and namaste to spiritual father. So let us listen what Babdada tells to the Groups. So, first group, you are the elevated souls who constantly stay in remembrance of the One in a constant and subtle stage. Are you not? Are you always constant, that is, acres taste of One? Or do other tastes pull you towards themselves? Other tastes don't pull you towards themselves, do they? All of you have just the One. Everything is merged in one. Since you have only the One and there isn't anyone else, where else would you go? You don't have any material or paternal uncles. You don't have any maternal or paternal uncles, do you? What promise have you do have you all of you made? This is the promise you have made, is it not? That you are everything. And so Abdul is just reminding us of our relationship, that is everything with one Baba, or do we also look out for any maternal, paternal uncles, chacha, chachi, kaka, kaki, all of those? So Baba tells, this is the promise you have made, is it not? That you are everything? Have the Kumaris made a firm promise? You made a firm promise and you were garland with a wedding garland. You made a promise and you found the husband. You found the husband and also the home. Parents are concerned that their Kumaris find good husbands and good homes. You have found the husband whose praise is sung by the whole world. You have also found the home where nothing is lacking. So, have you put on the wedding garland firmly? Such Kumaris are said to be sensible. Kumaris are sensible anyway. Bapdada is pleased to see you, Kumaris, because you have been saved. You would be happy if someone was saved from falling, would you not? The mothers had already fallen down, and so for them it would be said that those who have fallen were saved, whereas for you, Kumaris, it would be said that you have been saved from falling. Therefore, you are like so lucky. Mothers have their own luck, and Kumaris have their own luck. You mothers are so lucky because you are the cows of Gopal. That is cowherd, one who looks after the cows. So while Baba told importance of Kumari Jivan and telling them, have you garland one father or are you looking for anyone else as well? And that is how Kumaris, Baba has saved all Kumaris from falling down. So Baba suddenly also tells them, recalls the mothers so that mothers don't feel bad. So Baba tells all the mothers that Baba has saved you. Even if you have fall, Baba has saved you from further falling. So Baba Dada has saved both. One Baba has saved from falling itself, and one Baba has saved after falling. So both have their own fortune. So Baba Dada meets the second group. Are you constantly conquerors of Maya? Those who are conquerors of Maya would definitely have the intoxication of being world benefactors. Do you have such intoxication? Unlimited service means service of the world. Always have the awareness that you are the children of the master of the world. You have the awareness of what you have become and what you have found. That is all. Simply constantly continue to make progress in this happiness. Bap Dada is pleased to see those who are making progress. Remain constantly intoxicated in remembrance of the Father. What does godly intoxication make you? From being residents of the earth, that is Farsh, you become residents of the sky, that is Arsh. Bap Dada has made us Farsh to Arsh. So, do you constantly reside in the sky or do you sometimes reside on the earth? Since you have become the children of the highest of high Father, how could you stay down below? The earth is down below, is it not? Whereas the sky is high. So, how could you come down? Never allow the foot of your intellect to touch the ground. Just up above. This is known as being a great child of the highest of high Father. Let there be this intoxication. Remain constantly unshakable and immovable and full of all treasures. If you fluctuate even a little because of Maya, you won't be able to experience all the treasures. You have received so many treasures from the Father. So, in order to keep all of those treasures with you for all the time, remain constantly unshakable and immovable. By remaining unshakable, you will constantly experience happiness. There is also the happiness of temporary, perishable wealth. Even when a politician wins a temporary seat and acquires name and fame, he experiences so much happiness. This is lasting happiness. Only those who remain unshakable and immovable will be able to experience this happiness. All Brahmins have received self sovereignty. Previously, you were slaves and used to sing, I am yourself, I am yourself. You have now become self sovereigns. From slaves, you have become the kings. There is such a big difference. There is the difference of day and night. Remember the Father and change from a slave to a king. Such a kingdom cannot be attained throughout the whole cycle. With this self sovereignty, you receive the kingdom of the world. Therefore, constantly maintain the intoxication that you have a right to the self sovereignty, and your physical organs will then automatically follow the elevated path. Always maintain the happiness that you have attained whatever you wanted to attain. Look what you have become from what you were. Look where you were and where you have reached. So there are a couple of questions. Question: what is the easy way to become a conqueror of Maya? Answer: in order to become a conqueror of Maya, get angry over your defects. When you get angry, do not get angry with one another. Get angry over your defects. Get angry over your weaknesses, and you will easily become a conqueror of Maya. Interesting answer. Second question is: seeing the villages Bapdada is specially pleased. Why? Answer: because villagers are very innocent. The father is also called the innocent Lord. As is the innocent Lord, so are the innocent villagers. So always have this happiness that you are specially loved by Bholanath. So we end the Murli here. Let's reflect for a couple of minutes and then we can start sharing. Okay, you can start sharing. What do you feel that you found today's Murli? So I read the chat. The Lord's Murli flute is playing. Love flows, intoxication grows. Forget this body, other things. I am alone with the bestower. We all fly together. The municipals of the places, soul world, subtle world, my kingdom. I come down, becoming light and my house. Travel to three worlds with my Murlidhar. I swing music, my medicines. Bigampur, kya befikr Badsha. Carefree, I dance around as a doll. Daffodil. Wonderful.
Om Shanti Prafulbhai.
Yes.
Madhuban Murli Bapa. It was such a, I, first of all, before I start, I just want to wish everyone today happy Vishu and happy Tamil New Year. But this Murli, see how Baba rightly intoxicates me. This is something personal which I want to share. The Murli is dated 7th December 1983. And how Baba really nails me because 7th December is my Lokik birthday. So when I saw the date itself immediately, the kind of a bodily attraction or a mindful attraction I got. And then I saw the title, Murli. How can we not even think that's our breath? That's the only sound, that's the only talk which your beloved tells you. It's like my daily food. It's our love story of 5,000 years. Sometimes Baba says it's just a love letter I send you in 3 pages. And it's the word. They say in Bible, there's something called as the word of the Lord. And this is the word of my Lord, of my Father. And one Murli is a recording, what we say a Sakar Murli. What Baba said, what Baba told Brahma. And the other Murli is he talks personally. Just see the intoxication. When Baba comes down, that husked voice when you listen. What intoxication can we say? And this is the true Gita. We read, and read again. We find new things. Like for me, when you read the Abhyakt Murli, new things crop up. And it's our love story. A love story which is so unique. It is telling where I was, where I am, and where I'm going to go. It's a beautiful love story. And I think only when you love the person who is telling you. So I love the Murli so much that when he plays the flute, what else to say, whether it's knowledge or it's a breath, it's something like daffodils going out, flying out in the fields. It's, I think it's just an experience. Om Shanti.
Wonderful. So anyone else would like to share what is your understanding, or how do you all perceive Murli as? Of course, Papa has mentioned so many things, but we might also have our own experience with that. And this is something which I tell to myself, that because now that some of us have been listening to Murli for so many years, I sometimes ask myself that, do I take listening Murli for granted, or do I have that much importance for the Murli? Because sometimes when I go to the Murli class, so I make it a point that I go to listen to the Murli class at the center as much as possible. Of course, if I'm not feeling well, or there is some uh, too overlight schedule and I couldn't wake up due to some reason, which is hardly any time, once in a quarter or so. So that is a different issue. But otherwise, I make it a point that I go to the center. But even while going there, I check that, am I just listening Murli for the sake of listening as a discipline, or am I really enjoying those moments that I'm listening to the godly versions? So that is something I try checking, because if we do something as a routine, we lose the significance of that. We just take things for granted. And sometimes while listening to Murli, there are so many other thoughts which come to my mind as well. Okay, today I have to do this, today I have to do that. And then suddenly I tell myself, hey, Praful, where are you focusing? Hmm? So even in Sakar Murlis, I think couple of days back, Baba had mentioned that, while sitting here, somebody's mind is outside. While sitting here, somebody is completely focused. So Bab Dada sees all those things. So, it is worth checking even while listening Murli, how much am I paying attention? How much is the Murli sinking within me? How much I am becoming part, form of the Murli? So it's very interesting each time some or the other reflections comes out, and it helps. So we have on the chat mentioning maintain all relationships with Father. Wonderful, which Baba mentioned to that first group. I think that group could be of Kumaris, and many times we recall people for help, which is good, which is not bad, because we are staying in physical world. But as we recall them, do we also recall Father? Because my first relationship is with the Father. Those others are just instruments whom the Father has given me to assist or to support. So that is another checking point which I think I would take from that statement which Baba mentioned.
Praful Bhai, just to add one more thing, Sometimes we have so many doubts in our mind or questions and all. Like, go to the Google, you get an answer, but that also is limited restraint. So I just tell Baba, don't you think this is not correct? Don't you think that person who's doing so, there are so many doubts. Or even in daily practices, oh, is it okay if I eat food from my sister's house? I'm giving you small tips. Suddenly in the Murli, the answer comes. And as we are reading the Murli, it's as if the teacher is sitting in front of us saying, hello, you asked me a question yesterday, see, this is the answer. That kind of a connection sometimes you get in a movie. You ask so many people for solutions, but sometimes you see it comes in the Murli. So if you are really, your question is really straight with Baba and connected to Baba, you get that. Maybe जैसे बोलते हैं ना, sometimes we think, is it really my thinking, or is it really Bab Dada's touching? But it all depends upon the connection with which I have placed. So if that also is there, it's like a balm, it's like an ointment, sometimes healing me and telling, oh yeah, this is what is the uh, that experience also you get from the movie.
Hmm. Very true. So that is why sometimes I really feel that Baba is. There are so many different people who listen to Baba's Murlis. There would be uneducated people, old matas, brothers. There would be scholars. There would be children, Kumars, Kanyas. So many different categories. And Baba's one Murli is able to satisfy all of them. And there are so many, including myself, who get answer in the Murli. I sometimes really feel that how can one Murli satisfy so many? And of course, that can be done none other but the God Himself. But that is beauty of the Murli. And even for us, like I've seen that the same Murli when I read at different points of time, maybe today and or maybe tomorrow, or so different reflections come to us. Because even for us, we indulge into so many different situations. Maybe 10 years back, if I was listening the same Sakar Murli, I might be having some different responsibilities in Lokik. Now I have something else. So even if the Murlis are being repeated, and that is what I got to know, like even the Sakar Murlis which we listen, they are just from 1963 to 69, just 5 years, because before 63, there was a lot of knowledge which was not that concrete. And Baba himself told that you can burn out those Murlis and keep just the Murlis after 63 to be repeated. So, so even we don't know how many times we might have listened to the same Sakar Murlis. But if we really try to relate it to our life, or to answer the questions of, or to relate it to any of our weaknesses, we might get a very new insight each time. But again, even over here, we should have that desire to try to relate it to our life, have a desire to find out the new learnings for ourselves. If we don't have that, if we just casually go and listen and come, just like we do for any newspaper, or even for that matter in bhakti we used to do, if our attitude is that casual, then probably we might not gain that much. We might just feel, oh, we have done tick in the box, we have completed today's murli, we have been in that spiritual gathering, we have experienced those vibrations. Because even being in that gathering without paying attention will definitely give us so much benefit. But that will be maybe qualifying us for that category second or category third children, which Baba didn't specify much about the third category. But if we at all want to come into that first category, then we might want to take some serious steps, in how we make ourselves embodiment of those Murlis. So wonderful thing Baba has, you know, in a way highlighted the attention of the Murlis, which of course all of us know, but it is good to have them get revised. Helps us fine tune our, uh, Murli listening experience each time. Anyone else? Last point before we close. We are almost above 5:45. Any point which anybody would like to add, which is close to your heart? I see the chat. Okay, Kirjaban has mentioned one Murli from 6 to 60. Yes, the age of 6 till the 60. Even Dadi is 100 years old. All of them. Sometimes I really feel that Dadi Janki ji, who is to, because we have a lot of experience with Dadi Janki ji at Pune. Uh, in her, even after completing 100 years, Dadi used to definitely come to Jagdamba Bhavan, Pune, Meera Society. And we used to see that she used to have that Murli paper in her hand. So in the morning, definitely in the Murli class, the Murli is being done. Then before breakfast, she used to quickly revise the points. And only after that, then she used to come to the breakfast table. Then before lunch also she used to read once, because this is all that we have seen Dadi. Sisters used to tell us that Dadi used to just keep, just like we keep mobile in our hands wherever we go these days, or maybe purse earlier if not mobile. We make sure that we don't uh, leave the mobile here or there. So that is what Dadi used to make sure that she would at least revise Murli 3 times or 4 times. That is what we saw her. And of course, that is the reason why whatever Dadi spoke were as if they are speaking out the Murli. So we all are busy, but yeah, if we really want to gain that stage in the kingdom, we have to find time. We have to tweak our schedule in such a way that we revise the Murli enough time so that we become embodiment of it. Of course, all of us know just listening Murli once will not make us embodiment of all the points which Baba was mentioning about the first category children. So each one of us are busy, each one of us have a schedule which is tight. But again, each one of us has only to find out the small, small chunks of time, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes here and there. If we all really reflect, we can definitely find those gaps and try to squeeze in these murlis, revision, squeeze in the drill practice, and yes, make ourselves embodiment. Okay, so let us pause here. Maybe, Ami Ben, you
Oh,
have some announce? Yes, yes.
just came to know that as a body needs food and the first meal of the food is breakfast, same way Murli should be the first meal of our day-to-day life. And as a body needs every 2 hours of food to put it in a body so that they get energy, the same way we should churn the Murli points every hour so that we get energy. It gives an energy to the soul. So Murli is the, just as mentioned in the Murli, that the Murli is the breath of the life, and then only a person can survive. Same way as the food is a content for the life, so the body can survive. Om Shanti.
Mm, so true. Wonderful. Thanks, sister, for sharing. So let us pause and for a minute now, let us visualize ourselves listening to the Murli. Uh, let's focus on that Sakar Murli, which we hear each day. And let us tell to ourselves what is one aspect which I would like to introduce today in my Murli listening experience. It could be as small as anything. So we can just think and tell to Baba that one thing which we want to introduce in our daily Murli. And as we do that, let's take blessings from Baba that we have achieved it and we are enjoying the Murli more wholeheartedly and becoming embodiment of that Murli.